everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gurleen Kaur. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic which every one of us can relate to. So it's like stop comparing yourself with others. This is something we usually hear everywhere. We hear it in most of the videos, but I would like to explain it to you in my understanding what I think what it really means. We should really not compare ourselves with others because it is the reason that's why we have so many problems in our lives. We start feeling underconfident. We start doubting ourselves just because of the comparison with which we do with others. This should not be one of our habits. We need to avoid doing this. We need to cut it off from our life, that yes, I don't need to compare myself with anyone else because I am the way I am. Now, comparison with others is somewhere essential when you have to grow for growth, right? When you see anyone who is doing better than you and you want to be like them, right? This is a positive comparison. But when we start comparing in a way that that person is doing good, I'm not doing, maybe I can't do it, this is something which leads to, downfall, and which leads to stress, anxiety, and all of the problems which we see in students in today's world, right? So like from where I got the idea to make this video is I've been reading a book right now. I'd like to show you. This is The Courage to Be Disliked. It's a very nice book. I heard about it from many people, and I've been reading it recently. So in this book there is a thing they called as Adlerian psychology. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not, but yeah, it is Adlerian psychology, in which the person says, in the man who is Adler, he says that like most of our problems is something we make ourselves, right? Here when he talks about, when there is a chapter which talks about comparison, comparing ourselves with others, they call that most of the problems which we face are interpersonal relationship problems. Now let me explain this term to you. What they say is most of the times we compare ourselves with people who are around us, let it be our friends, our relatives, maybe. When we compare ourselves to them, that is the reason why we get most of the problems. Now how would I exemplify it is, if I take my example, now I am not a tall girl. I am short in height, and I most of the times feel like I should have been 2 or 3 inches taller. Maybe I'd look pretty or what, but yeah, you can have any other problem. For me it's like height. So what I learned from this book is, why do you compare your height to others? Like I do compare, maybe my friends are taller than me, that's why I have this feeling that I'm not tall enough. But actually I don't need to be taller because I have my own genes. The genes which I got from parents are unique to me. So if I am not that 5'7" or 5'8" inches tall, then it's okay, right? It's okay because it's up to me, it's up to my genes, it's up to my genetic makeup which gives me this height. But when it becomes a problem is the time when I start comparing my height to my friends. When I think that they are taller, they look maybe nicer than me, that is what makes it a problem for me. That is what makes it you know a topic to be worried about, maybe, but it should actually not be there. Now this is what I read a few days back, and I am trying to apply it on myself as well. Right, for you it was just an example to tell you that don't compare yourself with others, because you have your unique DNA. So you are ought to be different from others. You don't like to be need to be like others, right? Now here, as this channel is for students, so I hope most of the students are watching it. So how I would relate it to you guys is studies. Like in studies we have many friends of us who are intelligent, the ones who get 99%. There are also who get 80, and there are some average students as well. So here I would actually suggest this to the ones who are in those first, second and third position. इनको थोड़ा दिक्कत रहती है कि why the other one is ahead of me. So let me tell you one thing, that it is individuals IQ their own way of studying maybe, and their own strategy which helps them get those marks to ace in academics and all. It doesn't mean that you are not doing right. It doesn't mean that you are not doing well. You are also giving your best. Until and unless you are trying your best, you are studying hard, you're not wasting your time, that definitely means you are doing good. You don't need to compare yourself with others, because the other person, he might have any advantage that you might not get. It can be anything, it can be something which is not in your control. What is in your control is to work hard, is to not waste your time, is to give your best to your studies. That's all what you can do. So instead of comparing yourself with others, that will just lead to, that downfall of your confidence. It will make that inferiority complex in you. That's it, it's not gonna add to your growth at all. So the first thing, when you are, getting in the journey, sorry, when you are getting in the journey of growth, when you want to reach the higher level of your, in your life, to achieve something, so you need to skip this thing. This is the first thing which you need to avoid, which is comparing yourself with others, because the other person has got their own capabilities, their own advantages, which maybe you don't have, but the things which you have are not there in the other person. Now what matters is how you use your capabilities, how you make yourself a better person, instead of comparing yourself to others, because you don't need to be like anyone else, right? In studies, I just wanted to give the example of studies, where you just need to give your best. That's it. You don't need to look towards someone else and feel underconfident that maybe I can't be able to score this much good. No, it's never there. I've seen students, I've seen my friends who were doing very like bad, I would say, who were not interested in studies. I would tell you, my own brother, I have seen him from being an average student, because he was not at all interested in studying, and right now he's doing law. So I've seen him from that average student to a amazing learner. I never thought. Now I say him, most of the times I say him like, wow, I never imagined you can also study this much hours. So this is something, when you put efforts into yourself, when you put efforts to improve yourself, you can do anything. Don't compare yourself with others. Sometimes it's a time, or sometimes it's a situation which makes you work more harder, or changes your way of thinking and lifestyle. That depends on, from individual to individual. Only thing I want to say you, at any point of your life, whatever you might be doing, whether you are studying, whether further when you will be in college, whether you are doing a job, don't compare yourself with your contemporaries. If you want to compare, it should be a positive comparison, positive comparison, in the sense, if my friend is working 8 hours, wow, he is actually working 8 hours, he's not wasting time like me. Maybe I'm just scrolling reels sitting in some corner. That is where you need to compare. You need to compare that if someone is doing great in their life, I want to learn from them. I don't want to feel discouraged because they are doing it and I can't. Right? I hope you got the point. That's it for today. I hope you find it helpful, and stop comparing yourself with others. The day I stopped comparing myself with others is the day I uploaded first video on YouTube. And I hope my journey goes nice and very long, and I will be able to help you guys to find your best. Bye bye, see you in the next video, and please subscribe, like, and tell me in comment section if you like these type of conversations with me, or if you have any suggestions for more videos. Bye bye.